Us right now is Minnesota Senator Amy Klobuchar joining us on the phone in addition to our panel of reporters and analysts. Senator, thank you so much for joining us. What can you tell us about what happened here?
Thank you, Anna. I'm here in Minneapolis, and I, of course, have talked to the mayor who has been on the scene, and this is just a horrific, tragic act of violence. These kids, and I've also talked to the mom, Kate Nyland, of one of who has 3 children who were in that mass. She was one of my long-term employees, and I am talking to her was probably one of the most upsetting things I've ever heard. Her daughter, who's 7th grade, was in that church. These kids are doing the all-school mass and had to watch several of her friends get shot, one in the back, one in the neck. And they all got down under the pews, and her daughter, of course, was not shot, but her daughter ended up being the one telling one of the dads of one of the other kids that his daughter had been shot. These are her friends. These kids all saw it happen. They were all in that church. Just a horrific, horrific thing. The first responders were there immediately. The police were there. All the kids have been taken immediately to a very good hospital, Children's Hospital nearby, maybe other area hospitals as well. And so we don't have the exact numbers, but that is what I know so far. And I'm sure you will find out more from the mayor when he does his briefing.
That is just so shocking, all of those details. We are expecting that briefing sometime in the next 10 to 15 minutes there out of Minneapolis. Senator, you talk about all these children who were shot. Do you have any sense of the age range?
It was all school, so it goes the range of the school, which I believe is some really little kids on up. And this is a school, Catholic school, love school that's right next door to the church. So that's why there were so many kids in the church.
And our understanding is this is a pre-K through 8th grade school. A parent had described to the Minneapolis Star-Tribune children being packed into pews when this shooter opened fire from outside the building. Is that your understanding
as well? Because they don't often have the whole school together except like that. It's the beginning, right? So they're all there for the mass for the beginning of school.
What's going through your mind right now, this horrific tragedy happening the first week of school in your home state?
Having talked to one of the moms and someone I love dearly, of course, it's first those families and those kids. You think of every parent remembering putting their kid on the bus or bringing their kid to school and dropping them off on the first day. You think about the teachers and all the people that love these kids and spend their life work really helping them and protecting them and teaching them. And then this was all destroyed from one madman. We don't know the details about him. As you reported, he is dead. But more will, I'm sure, come out about his motive and why he would commit such a horrific act. It, of course, makes me think about guns and all the work we've done to ban these automatic rifles and to do something when it comes to the background checks and everything, and we keep getting thwarted. We were able to pass a limited measure on a bipartisan basis, but not enough to stop something like this. And it just makes you think about that as well without knowing the details about how he got that gun, if the gun was legal, what kind of gun it was. But it was clearly one of these automatic rifles to be able to shoot that many kids so fast.
Earlier this year, of course, I think about the attacker who shot 2 Minnesota state lawmakers in their homes near Minneapolis, killing one of those legislators and her husband's. We've learned this afternoon the city council meeting there in Minnesota and Minneapolis has been canceled. You talk about how these types of attacks have had a ripple effect in your community.
Yes, well, Melissa and her husband, Mark, were loved, and also we had Senator Hoffman and his wife Yvette, shot 8, 9 times each, survived. I was just with Senator John Hoffman this week. And he's doing just extraordinarily well. He gave a speech about what happened, and we've just gotten through this. And I want to make clear, like, our community isn't alone. The things that have happened have been horrifically tragic and have captured the nation. But we remember that this has happened in nearly every state in the nation, right? Whether it is a school, whether it is a movie theater, whether it is Connecticut, whether it's Colorado, whether it's Florida, whether it's Texas, whether it's a store, this continues to happen. So right now my thoughts are with the people I know and the state I love, but this is going on all over the nation and has for too long.
It is the first week of school. You can't even get through the first week of school in Minnesota without a school shooting. That is the reality right now. What do you think needs to happen?
I've made this clear, and again, there'll be time to talk about this, but we need better laws on the books nationally. It just can't be in local states. It's got to be nationally on these assault weapons, and that is the first thing. They're for the military. They should be for the police. They are not for madmen like this person. I also think you've got to continue to work on school safety issues. I actually was the lead sponsor of that bill, but we can do all we can on that. But when you have so much access to guns right now, and so many guns out there on the streets, you're going to continue to see these kinds of mass shootings. So I actually have to go to talk to one of the family members, but I really appreciate you having me on.
We really appreciate you joining us. Before you go, real quick, has the White House or anybody in the administration reached out to you yet?
No, but it's just been in the first few hours. So I've mostly just focused on the mayor and doing everything we can to make sure that the coordination's happening. And Mayor Jacob Frey has been right there on the scene along with Police Chief O'Hara.
Senator Amy Klobuchar, thank you very much for taking the time and sharing what you know. And we're so sorry for the loss and the tragedy that has occurred in your home state and impacting people you know personally.